Come on in, everybody. Come on in, everybody. I know I wasn't supposed to go till 9, but Truth got off early, so I just decided to go ahead and come on because I see Money Boy has scheduled his for 10. Hey, Leah, thank you, girl, for coming. How you doing, girl? Thank you. We're going to wait on some more people to come in. Hey, Raina. So we're going to wait. Hey, Carla. Thank you guys for coming in. Hold on. I'm finna put it on my tablet so I can see the comments better. Can y'all hear me good? Can y'all hear me good? Let me know if y'all can hear me good, please. Okay, thank you, Raina. Hold on, I'm pulling it up on my tablet so I can see the comments better. Give me 1 second. Tablet so I can see the comment. Okay, thank you, Leah. Thank you, Raina. Hey everybody, so far I see we have 12 people in the building. Come on in, guys. Come on in. We're gonna just do a little introspecting and outrospecting today. Oh shucks, this thing gonna keep going dead. Come on in, guys. Raina, I still gotta go back and watch the divorce court. I came late, so I missed a lot, but I tell you that I ain't going. She better go somewhere and do a be voiceovers for somebody because that girl is good. So I gotta go back and watch that. I see we have 13 people in the building. I'm gonna wait for 14. I'm gonna wait and see if we get a few more people in a minute because I'm gonna go all the way back. I've been, want to speak on this topic, but you guys know I be in and out, but it's no better time than right now. Hey, Patsy, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. And guys, please hit that thumbs up button when you come in, and please share the live, guys. I only need 6 more subscribers to hit my 1,000 subscribers. So guys, please share the live and hit that thumbs up button as you come in. Thank you guys for being here. So yeah, I'm gonna give more people a little more time to get in because I know most people are have been here for a while, but it may be some new people that joined over here, not long ago and really don't know. Thank you, Raina. And really don't know, because I'm gonna go back to like when I first came across this person. And I think people need to hear the truth, because even though she pretends to be the truth teller and that she doesn't lie over on her channel, she actually does. Thank you, Leah. I only need 6 more subscribers, guys. So if you are not subscribed to my channel, please go hit that subscribe button, guys. I just need 6 more. And please hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live, guys. Thank you. But yeah, so I think people need to really hear the truth, or the truth as I see it. But I mean, it is some truth and facts that everybody can see too. So I'm gonna wait. We got 23 people in the building. Hey, Malaysia, thank you, girl, for coming. Thank you. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you. We just gonna be talking about a little introspecting and outrospecting today. Oh Lord, how did I do that? But that's okay. Please hit that thumbs up button, guys, as you come in the building. Thank you. So I know a lot of you guys, I didn't watch the whole video, and I was gonna play it, but Raina played some of it today on her video. Hey Renee, thank you for coming. But Raina played some of it on her live this morning. But I just want to go back from the moment I came across this person. And maybe what I'm going to say will make a lot more sense. Hey, Lynn. Blessings to you too, Lynn. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. I see we have 23 people in the building. 24 now. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, so maybe, you know, what I'm going to say in my opinion and how I see things will make a lot more sense if I go back to the beginning of when I first came across this person. So anyway, we got 24 people in the building. I'll go ahead and get started. So I don't know how many of you guys have been here and remember, I think it was maybe like 2 years ago, whenever the first time when Eat with Q came up on Truth Hurts panel, and they had that little spat. It was around a little bit before that time that I had come across Cheryl. Yeah, thank you, Leah. Welcome in, everybody, and please hit that thumbs up button as you come in. And I'm gonna say her name because she say names over on her platform, and I'm just not the one that has time to be trying to, you know. So I'm gonna say her name. So yeah, when I first came across Cheryl, and when I first came across her in the connection rejection, as I think most of you guys would know her, they were going at it. And that's how I think Cheryl's thing came across my news feed, because I was watching connection rejection at the time. And so a little bit after that, I used to watch them just go back and forth or whatever. But then when Eat with Q came up on Truth Hurts panel and they went at it, Cheryl started talking about truth back then. She started immediately talking about truth and how mean she was and the type of person she was and everything. I don't know if one of you, and she's always talked about the supporters. I don't know if one of you guys remember when I posted a picture of my feet, a feet picture and some sandals. Cheryl was the reason I did that, because she was always talking about like the quality of people that was over in Truth in Money Boy's chat. So that's when I first came across her. And her and I would go back a little bit because, of course, I would comment back to her or whatever. At that time, she wasn't really on that introspecting, outrospecting stuff or whatever. She was always talking about like her mother, I think it was, like the relationship between her and her mother. And so let's fast forward it. That channel, I mean, what she was doing then wasn't really taking her channel anywhere or whatever. But let's just fast forward all of this time right here from when Q came up on Truth Hurts channel to when she started the Q commentary. She didn't like Truth. She didn't like Truth then. She always had things to say about Truth. But then when she started that Eat with Q commentary, And I think that commentary was to blow, get her channel to grow bigger or whatever. And that's when she ended up joining forces after people started fighting with her with the Eat with Q thing. That's when she decided, I guess, to join forces with Truth and Money Boy, because Truth and Money Boy were doing the commentary on Eat with Q at that time. But now I watched a live from Cheryl. I jump in and out of Cheryl's lives every now and then, and I've caught several times where she's blatantly lied about the things that Truth is actually doing over here on her channel as far as she is concerned. So last night I was watching, I clicked in on the live where she was talking about his Adrian slaves being bullied or whatever. And so she was talking about how Truth was bullying Adrian and all of these things. And then Bert Bird and I think this girl CTG or somebody, see something, she was another one that was trying to make her remember the Eat with Q thing. But like Truth said on her panel today, she didn't want to talk about that. So I'm going to talk about it. I want to talk about it because how do a person that does introspecting just completely jump over the things that she have done to now becoming a hypocrite and only want to talk about somebody doing the same thing that she has done? So one of the questions they was asking her was, well, what about like when Eat with Q was asking you to leave her alone and you continue to do commentary on her? She just kept talking about, oh, we ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about it. Well, let's talk about it today, though, because people that wasn't here during those times need to actually know the things that you have done as well. And so Eat with Q actually called you personally on Instagram and asked you not to bring out the things that you brought out on her. She called you personally. She didn't do a video. She contacted you personally. And you came out and said that you were not going to bring those things out. But then a few days later, you said because a person that was supporting her kept talking. So now you're going to come out and talk. Not that Eat with Q kept talking, but a person who was supporting her kept talking. So now you're going to come out and bring out and drag Q, which was very, very wrong because it wasn't Q that made you come out. And I hope you remember that. I'm sure you will if you do some introspecting. You said because the person that was supporting her kept talking, now you're going to come out. But in all actuality, you were going to come out anyway because you had found something that you thought was going to blow your channel up. So then you came out and started just bringing out, telling what this person who had called you, one moment, guys. One moment. Talking about this person who had called you and had given you this information, which was one of Eat with Q's ex-friends. So not only you're talking about people digging into, did I miss anybody here? Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Let me see if I missed anybody else. No. Okay, guys, for everybody that's coming in now, please hit that thumbs up. Oh, did I already get it, Renee? I know I needed 6 more. If I already got it, oh, guys, thank you so much. And thank you, Renee. Hey, Gabe. Oh, my God. If I got it, let me look, Renee, because I needed 6 more. Give me 1 second. Oh, I forgot on here I'm under my, I guess I could still go and look, though. I'm under my, I forgot on here I'm under my other channel. Give me 1 second. Oh my God, guys, thank you. Thank you guys for those last 6. Hey, Truth. Hey, Truth girl, thank you for coming. Oh my God, for those last 6 people that went and hit that subscribe button, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Truth, for showing up. And guys, before we continue, let me just say this too. Fuck what everybody have to say and what you done heard. Seriously, Truth is the truth, for real. And Truth is a great person. And let me just say, when I did that video with Adrian, I still needed 37 more subscribers. When Truth played my video in her live the other day, I got 30 people I know just from there. And so I want to thank her so much. A lot of people have so much things to say about Truth, but since I've been like listening to her like faithfully since 2019, I have seen her help so many people and do things for other content creators that I don't see other people doing, like supporting, and not just supporting 1 or 2 people, but supporting and trying to help a lot of people. And she don't have to do that. Her channel is already solidified, so she does not have to do that. And so I just want to give a shout out. I'm telling you, because I know those 30 came from her. They came really quick. I still needed 37. Hey, Tisha. And so I just want, thank you, Leah. Yes, we do love you, Truth. Hey, Tisha. So yeah, I just want to give her shout outs and just say, fuck what you heard and what you may believe. Hey, Bird, girl, I saw you last night too. But yeah, Truth, I thank you so much, girl, because I ain't gonna even tell the whole story over again. But most of you know, I already said that the majority of my subscribers came from the support of Truth Hurts, Money Boy, Raina, and all of them that was sharing my videos. But yeah, it came from all of that over there, the majority of it. And I thank you guys so much. Now I'm at my 1,000. Oh my God, thank you. But hey, Cheryl, I didn't see you, but hey, Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl, I see you now. But thank you so much, guys. But where were we? So yeah, so Eat With Q called you personally and asked you not to bring out certain information, bring out that information on her or whatever. And she was kind of explaining, hey, Uno Spider, hey. And she was explaining to you and begged you in your own words, begged you. Thank you, Renee. Thank you. It was because of you guys. I'm telling you, it was because of you guys. I cannot take all the credit because you guys know I've been like not consistent and, you know, not coming on. And you guys have been standing by me, sharing my videos, liking my videos, doing all of that. And so I thank you so much, so much. And yes, guys, please remember to hit that like button when you come in. But yeah, so in your words, you said she begged you not to come out with that information. So now on the other hand, you want to talk about Truth or whoever digging into Adrian's personal life and that Truth has hired all of these people. Sweetie, it's been people on this YouTube app that has been after Adrian and going into her personal life or doing whatever they want to do way before Truth started even talking about Adrian. And Cheryl, this is another thing about you. What I realize about an intelligent grown woman that has supposedly introspected as well as outrospected and mastered it, you really don't think a lot. You really don't think like a lot. Most people on this app know Adrian and know Adrian from back, from the beginning. You don't. It's like you stepped into something and you don't know the whole picture of it. But once upon a time, Truth was actually fending and making commentary about how people was doing Adrian. And in old Adrian style, like Adrian always does, it seems like anybody that supports her, she shits on them, just like she's going to do you. You don't know Adrian. It's like you step on these YouTube streets and you say you've been here a long time, but I also listened to what else you said. You said you came from a bunch of good people, intelligent people, people that didn't talk about this kind of stuff. So I'm not sure how you managed to dive over in the dumpster and stay here, even though you came from all these good people. And I'm not sure when you dived in the dumpster, but I don't think it had to be when all of this stuff was going on. Welcome in. And yeah, I don't think it was when all this stuff was going on, because if you did, then you would know that. But Truth was actually one of the people that was out there fighting for Adrian and talking about, what people was doing, because Truth is not the first one to do commentary on Adrian back to back to back to back. And she also, in between that, does content on other people. But if you go back and if you was here from the beginning of time, you would know that there was people, even including one right now, who's supposedly bringing out a video talking about Adrian being bullied as well. She was another one that was doing bad and negative content on Adrian back to back to back to back. And it's people today that's doing content on Adrian back to back to back. So it's kind of funny how only Truth content stand out to you. But let's go back to the Eat with Q stuff, because for some reason last night you did not want the bots, and most of them was bots that was watching you, to know the actual truth of what you have done on these YouTube streets. But let's go back to the Eat with Q stuff. You said that the stuff Truth is doing to Adrian can hurt her and all of this stuff. Well, wasn't you the one that brought out the graping of Eat with Q? Wasn't that you? About the train on Eat with Q with the 4 different boys? Wasn't that you? So you don't think those type of things can hurt somebody? And remember, you talked about how tough Adrian's skin was and how she was laughing, and Truth, hey, keep it cute, thank you for coming, hey, Miss B. And how she was laughing and how Truth is really working for her, which I'm not sure how somebody working for them, but the person working from you is making more money than you. That don't make sense to me, but okay. But you said her skin was so tough, and she's laughing at Truth, and Truth is actually working for her. But Eat with Q wasn't laughing when you brought out the graping and the train ran on her. Those things are more detrimental to somebody's psyche than being called fat or a whore or bitch or something like that. Making a person relive that type of thing, if that really happened to them, that's more traumatic, don't you think? As a life coach, as an introspector and an outrospector, don't you think those things would have a harder effect on somebody than being called a whore or a bitch or something? So you are actually the vile person. You dug deep. You dug into the guts of a lady. You dug into the gut and like you wanted to twist the organs inside of there. You dug deep, but you want to talk about the things that truth has done. And then another thing that kills me about an introspecting, outrospecting life coach, you always seem to talk about looks, which is so immature. It's so very immature, because the fact of the matter is you cannot see all the supporters or what. Tony, you talking too loud. Can't see all the supporters and the people that subscribe to this channel. You can't see them, so how do you know what all of them look like? That's what I was talking about. That's why I posted that picture, guys, because that foot picture I was telling you about. Hey, Arlene. Hey, LaBrit. Because she didn't just come out and start calling all the supporters over here ugly and rusted footed, and she can tell we don't exercise and none of us go get our hands and feet and all of that stuff done. She's been saying that stuff. Thank you for joining, Arlene. And guys, please hit the thumbs up button as you come in. She's been saying all of that stuff, and that's why I had posted that picture to let her know, sweetie, you can't possibly know what people that whose lives are you can't see what they're doing every day do. For some reason, you love to talk about looks, Cheryl, and a life coach and introspecting and outrospecting person should very well know that most people are only beautiful to themselves. Okay? You can have 50 people over here that think you're beautiful, but you're also going to have 50 over here that doesn't think you're so beautiful. And I'm like, truth, what has that beauty and all the men coming over there brought you? Like, even yesterday, I'm looking at you. You're sitting there as a intelligent, introspecting, outrospecting grown woman, but you're sitting there with some little, I guess, tank top thing with a blanket over it, but kind of falling down a little bit. Like, I don't understand what you be doing. It's like, is you selling your mind, or are you selling the looks of your body? Or, you know, what are you trying to sell here? I don't know. But anyway, for some reason, you are trying to make like the things that truth is over here talking about, which is she's doing her commentary, just like you said, you're going to do what you want to do on your channel. So I'm not sure why you are bothered by what goes on Truth's channel. Just like you said yesterday, you're not sure what bothers us about Adrian, because Adrian is a really nice lady and she's not mean, which is a complete lie, Cheryl. Which is a complete lie. That's why I question your how much do you actually know about introspecting and outrospecting, because so far what I've seen from you is a bunch of flip-flapping. It's like you're gonna feel this way about this person, but then now because you hate this person more, now you want to come out and start saying good things about this person. But if you truly knew Adrian, you would know she is definitely not a good person. Just a week or so ago, a lady simply asked her, "Can you say hello to my brother? He's autistic." And you know what Adrian's reply was? "Tell your mama to say hey to him. She the one had him." Now, is that a great person? But a person that has done a lot of introspecting and outrospecting and know how to read people. "Hey, Hassan, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. How you doing?" "I'm doing good. Thank you for joining." Please hit that thumbs up button if you already haven't. But you think that's a great person that would say something like that? I don't think so. Were you here when Adrian was in Florida? Adrian was bullying old people that she was living with. Adrian has been a big bully. Ever since I've been watching Adrian too, she has bullied and did everybody wrong that she has ever did a collab with or had any kind of contact with. I wish that lady Alice was still on here, who used to send her all that money and all of that. Soon as they met up, you didn't see Alice no more because she got to see who the real fucking Adrian was. But what you're doing is not because you know Adrian is a good person, because you actually know damn well that Adrian is not a good person. Not. And then that's good, Hassan. I'm glad to know you're doing good. That's all we can do now in these days, is just take it one day at a time and do the best we can. Hey, just can't handle the truth. Thank you for coming, girl. But if you've been watching Adrian and supposedly know all of these things, how to read people and this, then you would know what you're saying is not true. So then in turn, I think you need to look back within yourself and ask yourself, what are you really doing this for? What are you really doing this for? Because it's not the fact that Adrian is a good person and she's being bullied. It's more so you are jealous. That's what it's looking like to other people. You are jealous of truth. And we ain't talking about no looks or none of that kind of stuff, because we all have our own opinions. I've seen truth and I've seen you. You know, we can think we're so fine. We can think we the most beautiful thing. And like you said, Adrian looks better than everybody over here. That's a damn lie. As a matter of fact, that's a goddamn lie. That's a goddamn lie. And if you were honest with yourself and the honest person that you said you were, you would admit that. Adrian's body is fucked up and so is her face. But hey, you one of the ones. I mean, she's not an ugly lady. Don't get me wrong. She's not an ugly lady, but she's not like you tried to make your people think last night. She's not like that. And then you wear makeup. See, I don't. You see, that's the thing. If I went and put makeup on, honey, I don't wear all of that, but you do. You see. So anyway, you like to talk about looks all the time, but those looks aren't getting you anywhere. But I've seen what truth looks like, and I've seen what you look like. But if you were really, I'm in and out, y'all. Okay, can't handle the truth. Thank you. But if you really go do some introspecting and look inside yourself, then you would tell yourself the truth. And that's why I say I don't think you're really understanding or grasping the fact that a lot of people are starting to see through you, even your subscribers, because most of them have been here and know Adrian too. That's why they watch truth, like you said last night. Most of them have been here and they know who Adrian is. So when you're over there talking about Adrian is nice and she's this and she's being this, they've seen all the shit that Adrian has done on these YouTube streets. But evidently you haven't. Otherwise, a good lady such as yourself, with all of this introspecting and empathy and love and all of that, you would not be rooting for Adrian. What you would be trying to do is help her to change from who she is right now. Remember, you said she's it was sad. I used to think that too. Hey, Bill Quist. I used to think that too, Cheryl. And that's why, because at first I saw Adrian when she did what she did to Paula, and I'm sure you don't know Paula because I don't think you was around at that time. But I saw that, and that was the beginning for me. And I used to tell her how she was wrong. But I started trying to have some empathy for Adrian because, like I've spoke on this a lot, I'm the black sheep of my family as well. So I started trying to understand Adrian, but I really couldn't. But I kept my mouth closed because it was grown people that were allowing her to do these things. But when it came to the cat, I was not going to be quiet. And that's another thing about you, which is going to take me into the other content creator I'm not understanding. But I was not going to keep my mouth closed with a breathing being that cannot defend itself. And that's why I'm saying somebody with empathy will understand that. That lady is full of crap and one of the biggest bullies on here. She's so-called roots for Adrian because they're opposite ends of the same coin. Connive and mistreat people. Yes, but she's doing that now because Truth Hurts is doing commentary on Adrian. She's jealous of Truth Hurts. She really is, and it's showing. And that's another thing. She blatantly lied to her subscribers the other day when she was saying Truth Hurts talk about her all the time on her panel, and if she not talking about her on her panel, she's talking about her on Money Boy's channel. That is a complete lie. Hey, Money Boy, that is a fucking lie. Truth or Money Boy had not been speaking on you at all. You didn't forget about them and kept speaking on them over on your chat. Every time you want to make an example of something, you would always use them. And it still took them a minute. I don't even know if Money Boy ever said something, but it still took Truth a minute to even think about saying something about you. And she never used your name. Truth was not giving you the attention you wanted, and you blatantly lied to your supporters about she's always talking about you. She does not, and she was not. Somebody will come back and tell her something, and she might make a comment or whatever and move on. And you know the sad part, Cheryl, most of your subscribers know that too, because they watch and they know that that was a blatant lie. Hold on, let me see what you said. Well, I did 2 lives on her recently. Well, I gotta go back and watch them because I haven't seen any of that. I haven't seen that, so I gotta go back and watch that. But y'all was not talking about her like how she's saying. You said recently, y'all was not talking about her. Even when somebody come back and say something, like I said, Truth might say something really quick and move on. And her subscribers that watch Truth and Money Boy know that to be facts as well. So it's like you making yourself look crazy. Cheryl can relate to Adrian because she was once a I heard about that on the kitchen floor. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, you cannot, one sin, I saw the example she used last night too, but one sin is no greater than the other. You cannot have done all of these things, and to me, she done worse things. A graping and being a train being ran on somebody, that is mental, that is emotional, that is a lot that a person has to relive. And you brought that back up to the light when the girl probably had done pushed it in the back of her mind. But you talk about how tough Adrian is and her skin and how she laughing at everybody and using everybody over here. So you can't possibly think the things you brought out about Q is not worse than the things that Truth is talking about. You can't possibly. If you do, you are not finished introspecting or outrospecting. She's very dishonest. Yes, all that introspecting, and she's still gluttonous and lacks self-awareness about. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said I just had to say something, because She thinks she's so much better than everybody in this sector. And like she was saying last night, oh, Monet asked me, Mom, did you see this? And I'm like, no, because that stuff doesn't come through my feed and this. Well, how the hell do you manage to bring yourself to the dumpster? That's what I'm not understanding. It's something that you like about the dumpster, that you keep coming over here to dive into it. But you're right, Bill Chris, and I'm going to tell you what I saw from her. From the beginning, like I said, she always been talking about truth. Before the alliance became, she was talking about truth. Now, when the alliance happened, she was talking about eat with Q then. So she needed to gain people to build her channel. Money Boy and Truth's channel was the channel, just like now, where everybody goes into. So she decided to go ahead and join forces. She even apologized to Truth. She apologized to Truth because I told you, she was saying back then how Truth was mean and she was this and she was that. She apologized to her. So she made this alliance. Then when she started getting all these subscribers from doing that vertical app and all of that, she figured she didn't need them anymore, and she started beef. And I could see when that beef was coming because she stopped coming up on the panel. She would jump up there and be like, oh, guys, I just jumped up for a second. I'm finna jump back down because I got to go this or whatever. And then a couple of days later, she was talking in circles about somebody deleting subscribers or whatever. And then the whole fallout came. And just like Nina said, I heard that video. Nina told the absolute truth. She started with Money Boy and Truth. When she got all of those subscribers, she figured she didn't need them anymore, not knowing she had a bunch of bots and all of that. And that's how it baffles me how somebody that pretends to know so much about YouTube can't tell that her chat is not real people and that it's full of bots and people like trolls and people like that. And what I thought about though last night, hold on, let me see. Hey Patsy, Renee, how you doing? The way she carried on about Mrs. Fiberisma and her own fam members on here, she has no business talking about who folks react to. She needs to pay folks back and mind her business. Yes, Bill, because we're going to get into that too, because that's what I'm trying to say. How can somebody with all this introspection and outrospection and all of that and be warned about a person still not see what's going on until after the girl has come out here and blasted you about borrowing $150 from her? Now all of a sudden, oh, I knew she was mentally ill. Oh, I knew this was going. You knew all of these things and you still borrowed money from her. So that's what I'm getting to. Either you are unaware that you still need some introspection and outrospection, or either you are a user, because you did the same thing when it came to the Truth Hurts and Money Boy alliance. As soon as you garnered all of those subscribers, you started beef with them. And Nina was not lying when she said that. You started with Money Boy and Truth. And then you like to run over and pretend you're the victim and you the big kahuna on this YouTube app, and all them over there just talking about you and jealous of you. I'm assuming you think because of your looks, because there's nothing else on your channel for people to be jealous of. You have 20,000 subscribers, but you don't even get 0.0000.1 of those people in your chats. So that kind of stuff, it doesn't matter. And so it's either you still need some introspection and outrospection to in order to be honest with yourself, or you are a user. It's either one of them. You did the same thing to get all you got a lot of support from Money Board Truth platforms as well. And then you start getting all those bots. As soon as you felt like you had made it on these YouTube streets and you didn't need them anymore, you started beef with them. Her ass just as illiterate as Adrian. Yes, she overuses the word. Yes, and uses the word introspection and says a lot of nothing. She talks about everybody on here. So what makes her different from folks doing content on Adrian? Yes, Bill, she absolutely does. And I think even her supporters have gotten tired of that. Because she says the same thing over and over and over and over again. And then another thing I was questioning last night to myself, because she'll always come out with this, oh yeah, I talked to this judge yesterday, and you know, they were saying, or, oh, I let one of my customers hear this, and you know, I have $1 million customers who live in $1 million homes, and they're these big professionals. But I'm saying, like, how can you surround yourself with all of these big honcho people, but they haven't brought you up to a level yet? Like, how can you know all of these people and just not have been brought up in the ladder of these people that you have surrounded, strategically surrounded yourself around? You say you have mastered introspection and outrospection and being a life coach. Couldn't one of those influential people help you already get your license to do this professionally? Like, couldn't they just brought you through the back door some kind of way and helped you get in? Like, that's another thing I see about you. You think name calling or throwing out these names, or, oh, my clients are judges and this, like, that it doesn't make you, put you in a great light. It does not, because surrounding yourself, it is supposedly around those kind of people. You should not be working 3 jobs, Cheryl. You should not be working 3 jobs, and you should not be borrowing $150 from somebody you said you came to see was mentally ill. And another thing that got me about that, you are so have so much empathy and all of this stuff in you. You knew, so you said that she was over there abusing a cat, and the only thing you could say was, oh, I just felt so bad for that cat. I didn't know what to do. I just felt so bad for that cat. So you mean to tell me you don't have empathy for a living, breathing animal? I do. I do. I cried one time. I saw one deer standing on the side of the curb, and I'm wondering why she or he just standing there by himself. Then I go up in the road just a little bit. Somebody had killed and hit the friend. Now I start crying because I know what it's like to be alone in a big world with nobody else. What was that deer's rest of the night gonna be like? What was they feeling at that point? The deer just standing there. Now I understood why. I cried, but I don't get on here and talk about all the introspection, outrospection, empathy, and all of this, because I know what's in me. I don't have to keep trying to push that out into the world, because the people that are around me and know me know that's in me as well. So I don't have to keep coming out here like some church goer. Oh, God, 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 I'm a God, I'm Christ, I'm a Christian, I'm a Christian. I would know those things by the way you move. I would know those things by the way you move. You are not who you say you are. And people are starting to see that. She talks about everybody. Yes, and it's crazy, but for some reason, she thinks the way she does it isn't bad because somebody else is doing it this way. But her and that connection rejection, they both of them, they'll come out here and curse like a sailor, like she did Nina the other day. Nina was all kind of bitches, and her excuse for doing it was Nina deserved it. But then she'll come out the next day, oh, and they were over there, oh my God, I'm clutching my pearls. They were over there calling her whores and bitches and saying it with their chest. And no, that's not what you do. But that's just what you did to Nina, calling her mentally ill and all other kind of things. So when did that become not what you do? The next day after you done it, then they'll get on here and curse like sailors, and then talk about other people that curse. It's crazy. That's why I say I can come out, if I'm addressing a bitch, I mean like Adrian, that need to be addressed in that manner, then that's what I'm going to do. But I can also come out here and address a bitch in this manner as well, where there's only 1 or 2 or 3 cuss words. You see, you're not the only one that knows how to do that, Cheryl. You're just the only one that brags about those things, which lets me know you learned how to do that. And that's not what's really in you. That's always been what's in me. So I don't have to come out and brag or try to make people see that in me, because the people that need to see that knows that already. So that's what I see from you. Her couch stank too much mothballs. Miss B, you crazy. Bilquis and can't spell it. Nobody is checking for her on those Party City wigs anymore. Yes, she is so jealous of Truth and the money that Truth Hurts is making over there. But I think what a lot of people are forgetting, Truth has been on here a while, and she has built a loyal support group. She don't have subscribers like you do, Cheryl. She has true loyal supporters. You and her are not on the same level. You're just not. I know you thought that you were going to come over here, because I heard you say yesterday too, I thought I was teaching y'all something. Cheryl, this is how I know you're narcissistic, because you think that what you do, everybody else is going to see as the right thing to do too. So you automatically thought you were going to come over here and change a sector because you thought you was that bitch. And when you saw that you can't change this sector, the sector is the same as it was before you brought your ass over in the dumpster, as you call it. And it's the same right now since you've been here. It's the same. You ain't changed nothing. People can see through you. You had this complex about yourself, like, oh, I'm the almighty. I'm going to go teach these people this. I'm going to go teach these people that. When a lot of people on here, we already know that, Cheryl. We already know about introspecting and outrospecting and family curses and drama. We know those things. We know those things. Narcs always want to chat to tell her boobies were perfect, perky. No, they're not. Right, they wasn't yesterday. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then that's another thing. She's too narcissistic to understand that those are bots and trolls in her chat. She don't want to believe that. She's like, no, I know those are not bots and trolls, because they came to see the Grabowski. This is the Grabowski. So I know these are real people that has come to see the Grabowski. You know, no. Those are trolls. Most of those are trolls. Thanks for joining. Thank you, Lynn. Yes, guys, and please hit that thumbs up button. Cheryl set out to use Truth. Yes, Arlene, she needed a community at that time, but she had called Truth and them ghetto on her channel. So you know, Arlene, not only did she call her ghetto, she talked about how she was so mean and how she was rough and how she cursed, and she's always been on the supporters. You are absolutely right, Arlene, and that's what I'm talking about. Either she has an introspective or she's a user, and the latter one is looking better for me because it looks like she used Nina the same way. And it's crazy. She think people can't see that. She really think that she's so good that people can't see that, but we can. The whole chats was botched. Yes, Leah. Yes. I think she had like 2 people or something in there for her. I saw Sunday Rose come in and didn't see her no more. But the other people were Bird and the other girl who was calling her out. The rest of them was just chats. But you couldn't make her believe that because she's the Grabowski. Well, why didn't she borrow 150 from all those rich folks? That's what I'm saying, Bill Quiz. But I also heard a live she did where she said she didn't really need the money. She just wanted the money, which that makes it even worse. That makes it sounds like you took advantage of somebody that you called mentally ill and had problems, that you really took advantage of them. You stated that you didn't really need the money, you just wanted it. That's a sad statement to make. I know you thought you was making yourself look good, but that was a real sad statement, because if you didn't need it and you just wanted it, why couldn't you have gotten it from maybe your ex-husband, Kirk, the white man? And we're going to talk about that too, because that's another lie I'm tired of you telling about Black people. But why couldn't you have gotten, if you just wanted it, gotten it from him or gotten it from one of your big time customers? Why would you use somebody that you say you know was mentally ill? Cheryl couldn't coach anybody's life out of a paper bag. She should start with herself first. Absolutely. I agree, Bill, because that's why I say I had to come out and talk. Now, I've been wanting to say things because I've been recognizing all this stuff. Even when she started falling back from Money, Boring Truth, I started recognizing it. She can't coach a roach, right? Yes, you remember. Yes, I'm telling you, she needs to do some introspecting on what her actual. Yes, that's why I say maybe that's another thing her and Adrian has in common too. Trying to compete with these young girls out here. I don't dress old, but I don't have my stuff hanging out either. You know, I still dress like, you know, I don't dress old, like old woman stuff, but like if I get dressed with clothes like what y'all saw me on when I posted the ass picture for Adrian or whatever, I'll dress like that. Other than that, mostly every day I wear comfortable stuff because I'm working, you know, driving and stuff like that. But my body is not out in no type of way. So yeah, I don't know. That's another thing. That's why I say I'm not sure if she's on here for people to really gravitate to her mind, or is it more of the body that she wants them to gravitate to? Some of the folks in her comment section called her out about her hypocrisy, but that was Bird and somebody named CTG or something, and I don't forgot who the other person was, but Bird was one of the ones over there calling her out on her hypocrisy. But you see, she didn't want to talk about that because she don't want to hear all the things she has done when she knows she's done just as worse as Truth has. But this is another thing I want to talk about too, and I want to talk about it before I forget it, because her and that connection rejection too is another one that's always talking about that's what Black people do, only Black women, which is a damn lie. And so, Cheryl, now another question I have for you is, Where is your crew of white women that you hang around on a daily to know that they do not do the same things that we do? You see, my mom sent me to an all-white high school. So I got to learn back then that white people were just as effed up as we are. That's where I learned about hard drugs at. And it was not from the black people. It was from all the little young kids standing in the hallway doing acid. They have their own issues, like they cousins and sisters at the same damn time. They have all kind of stuff going on. Not only that, Cheryl, on a daily, especially on the weekends, I pick up all these little young white girls in their 20s and 18, and I always hear them back there talking about one of their Becky friends or Sue friends, laughing at her or whatever. Always. So when you keep saying that only black women do that, it's a lie. You know what the difference is? White people do it too, but you know what the difference is? They'll sit and talk about Becky like a dog, but if Becky called for help, they're gonna go help Becky. That's the only difference. I hear it every weekend when they get in. When I pick them up from the clubs and all of that, I hear them every single weekend talking about one of their friends and laughing at something she's gone through or been through or whatever the case may be. So all of that, only black women and only black people, is a damn lie. Those are the black people that you hang around on a daily and surround yourself around. Those are the black people that you know about. It's plenty of black people out here that does not do those things that you talk about. It's just all the stuff is put on Front Street, and you wouldn't know any difference because you don't have a crew of white women that you hang around on a daily to know what the fuck they do. Now, you had a white husband, which had a mother, a white mother, I'm assuming. Probably have a white sister, a white auntie, white cousins, white brothers, everybody. Are you still friends with any of them? Are you still friends with any of them? Did any of them like you? Are you a part still of that family that was your ex-husband's family? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. And I highly doubt that you are around any group of white women on a daily basis or going to any white women houses to know what they do. But I can tell you they're just as fucked up as we are. That's what I told my mom. Y'all send y'all children out to these white schools thinking they're going to get better. They're going to learn more. They're going to just prosper. They're going to do this. When the whole time, all the white kids, they're doing damn drugs, and the mama dressing them up like little grown ass women, slapping makeup all on their face with heels and little mini skirts with big ass hair at 12 and 13 years old. Okay? So you can't fool me with any of that. Those are the black women that you are surrounded by. So that's why you only know what those black people you're surrounding yourself by do. And you said y'all be talking about all black women, all this, what? No, that is a damn lie. Every race of people have their messiness and do the same shit that black people do. The same exact shit. Cross each other out. That's why I hate to even hear too when they always talk about, oh, black people, we killing each other. The white people do too. Look at Snap and the ID channel and all that shit. That's all you're gonna see is white on white crime. The media hides that shit and put ours to the forefront. But they do too. Every different race kill more of their own because that's what they're surrounded by. That's what they're surrounded by. She always have some lame excuse section called her. Yes, she didn't want to talk about it. Truth Hurts has a dedicated and supportive community. I learned about her when she dropped down in the beef sector once during the pandemic and started bush watching since. Yes, Bill, what she does, and that's what a lot of people is not understanding. What she has on her end is different than what any of them have. And that's what they're not understanding. And what you don't understand, you despise. You see, what you do not understand, you despise it. And that's what's happening. They don't understand. Cheryl thought she was going to come over here and be this goody two-shoe and this goody this, and everybody was going to flock to her. And, no. And when the person that she thought, because remember, she kept saying, oh, they can't grow their channels. They're not going to move on. They're not going to move up. Well, when we look at it, we know the amount of subscribers don't mean a damn thing. But when it comes to views and the money, we know that Truth has surpassed you when it comes to that. And that was another thing you came on here and said, that you were here to make money. So I think the girl who you always disliked, you never really liked her. You just joined alliances because you needed a community. But I think in the back of your mind, you always thought like, yeah, I'm finna surpass her ass now. I'm finna get up to the top. She ain't gonna grow. She ain't gonna this. And I'm gonna be looking down on her laughing. And that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Instead, the opposite happened. And I think that made your ass itch. I think that made your guts sink. And I think you have gotten to the point now where it's just burning your insides up, because Truth has not done anything to you. She allowed you to do your commentary like anybody else do their commentary. And I think that has just eaten you up, because you cannot, no matter what y'all do, say about her, you cannot pull her support away from her. And you wondering why you can't build that kind of support. And it's eating you up, clutching her pearls, them Dollar Tree party pearls for babies. Oh my God, Miss B, y'all crazy. Cheryl wishes she had that kind of support, but her personality sucks and she's too inauthentic. There you go, Bilquis. And that's why she can't build that support. Let me tell y'all something. Each time y'all gonna learn a little more about me, I had that air, that uppity air back in the day, and I got it from my mother. But I had that uppity air a little bit, not as bad as her, but I had it where I thought, because if I told you guys, I didn't touch my first blunt until I was 25 years old, and I touched my first cigarette at 33. So when I would see women doing that kind of stuff or whatever, I would just turn my nose up at them and different things like that. I had an air about me too. And like, I always wanted to make sure I spoke in my proper language, because my mother instilled that in me so much. I always wanted to make sure I talked in that type of language around people, so that people could see the difference in me and these people and this. But, one day I learned, because I learned that I was a boring ass person. I was a boring ass person, I'm telling you. And my mother is too, I'm sorry to say it, but I'm just like, no, I gotta let go of this, and I gotta meet people where they are, and then it's so crazy, because I think I told y'all all my life, I did not have any kind of struggles. I had a great life up until I turned 51. And I don't know why God did it that way, but for whatever reason he did. He said, no, you're not escaping this world without any struggles. And I said, Lord, I don't know why you didn't do it in my younger years, but you know, now I'm experiencing, and that's another thing. I just didn't understand a lot of things back then because I had never gone through those things. So I would think certain people were just in their position because they chose that position or that's who they want to be. And a lot of times that is not true. So that's why I know, like, Cheryl has this air about herself, and it's not working, and it's not gonna work because real people want to see the real, authentic you. You know, they don't want somebody around them all the time, you know, with this uppity air about themselves and thinking they're better or whatever. And YouTube didn't want that. And now Cheryl is saying that YouTube didn't want that. And the person she saw as less than her is who everybody gravitate to. And not just one or two times, but as a loyal supporter. And that has made her ass itch for real. Cheryl wishes she had. Right, Bill, because Miss not Coach a Roach. Okay. Hey, Carla. I thought you, oh, this is a different Carla. Hey, Carla, thank you for joining. Please hit that thumbs up button if you didn't already. So she took advantage then, scammer. Yes, and that's what I'm saying. And she think the more she was making, I have listened to those things. It was so sad. Even she was like, oh, if she want her money, she needs to email me or hit me up so I can and request me for the money. I ain't never had to request nobody for no money. And let me tell y'all another thing. Most people on this YouTube app use Cash App. She keeps saying Nina didn't know how to use Cash App. Most people are, the majority of people have Cash App, and everybody knows how Cash Apps work, just like everybody knows how your bank account works. Whenever my money hits or anything, I get a notification. Every transaction I make out of my account, I get a notification. Plus, I check my shit every day. I know what my money looking like. So when I check it the next day, I know if the balance has gone up or gone down. So when that $150 came back to your account, you very well knew it. Especially an intelligent lady such as yourself, I'm sure that you go in and out your bank account and look at your numbers. So even if you say you didn't get a notification, you would know when your bank account amount has gone up or when it goes down. So the more and more she talked, I don't think she realized how crazy and untrustworthy she was making herself look. But it was crazy. And then talking about, oh, send me a request if you want your money. I just, that was crazy to me. I didn't have to send you the request to ask you, do you want money? You asked me. So just send me my money. What Bird say? Yeah, the other woman was ZD. Yeah, I knew it was Z. I thought it was CT something, but I knew it was something with initials. It was Bird, and that lady right there. That's who was making her ass see the mirror, and she refused to watch it. She refused to watch it. Yes, connection infection, loves projecting and judging other Black folks when her own life is in shambles and she's about to get put out. Yes, but the people that do it, Cheryl, connection rejection, and Peaches McIntyre, I don't see any flock of white women that they go around like, oh, let me go visit my friend today. I don't see any group of white women that they're going out to lunch with. I don't see any group of white women that they're surrounded by to say what white people, white women do. But I know, because I've been there and I pick them up every day, all day. Even someone being there talking as skanky as we think they don't talk. Those people are just like we are. Their shit is just hidden. And then how Cheryl always talking about how somebody has been fooled by, oh yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. How she always talking about somebody been fooled by the pastor. She's just as fool. But then today I heard her doing a live talking about how that's all they do is unalive, how wicked and evil they are. So Cheryl, maybe they don't do those things if that's what you say, because they're too busy doing all those other evil things you talked about them about today. Maybe that's why they don't have time to talk about each other, as you say, because they're too busy doing all that evil, demonic, and satanic ass shit that you talked about today. Have you ever thought about that? So you want to make them look good in one light when you're trying to make black people and black women look bad, but then you go over about and make another video about how wicked and demonic and satanic they are. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, because it doesn't to me. And that's why I don't think you really realize that you ain't making a lot of sense. And she wants to be considered white so bad she won't even let go of that white man's name. Yeah, she say that's because that's her signature name, but I guess I don't think I would want to continue to carry it, because the way she hypes herself up there, her last name should be enough to carry her. You should be all you need without the Grabowski, okay? I definitely agree, Carla. The fact that Cheryl quantified her value via having a white. Yes, and I remember a lot of people talked about that. You see, but this is the thing too about a lot of people on this app, and this kind of what got me a little with Eat with Q too. For some reason, they come out here thinking they're the first and the only black to do whatever it is they have done or doing. Most of the time, most of us have been there, done that. And that's why it looks crazy to us when you come out talking about these things. I've had white men after me in my young days, backwards and forwards or whatever, but I never wanted that. I never wanted that. And the same thing with African men. I've been dealing with them since my 30s. None of this is new to me. But for some reason, these people tend to think, oh, now they're the masters. They're the only ones that have done this. And now I'm going to go out into the world and tell all the black women how I have this white husband I hadn't, and that makes me royalty. And oh, I'm going to go tell everybody about these Nigerian men, which makes me royalty. And this, I've been there, done that. I don't like pinkness, you know. I didn't want that. So it's not like a lot of people couldn't have went there and done that. You just chose to be one for whatever reason that liked it. I don't. So you see, you're not the first and you won't be the last. You're not the best at it, and you may not be the worst either, but you're definitely not the best. Otherwise, you would still be married to that man. Narc always trying to give advice. Woe would listen and take anything from that. Woe would listen and take anything from that. I'm not sure who is Woe. She is not a well-rounded person, because every race of people, right, Lynn, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, but she tried to make herself seems like she is, but you can tell that she's not, because if she was, then she would know that. I've lived with a Pakistani, I've lived with a Somalian, and an Ethiopian. Okay, so I've got to see a little of how all of them are. And that's why I know all of us are messy. They just put black people stuff on Front Street. That's what they do. They just put black people stuff on Front Street. And if she was a well-rounded person, how she tried to make herself out to be, then she would know that her proximity to whiteness still didn't get her any further in life. She's a social media spectacle in a dubious wig. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, what were all these people seeing in you? Evidently, they didn't see much because they didn't take you to a different level. And if this is the level they brought you to, what level were you at to begin with? It's the question. Hey, Natasha, thank you for coming. Please hit that thumbs up button if you didn't already. I got my 1,000, guys. Thank you to everybody, to those last 6 people. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, guys. Thank all of you. Yeah, so what level were you at to begin with if they brought you to this level? Because you're not very far. You're not very far, but you make yourself, put yourself out there like you're better than everybody else. At the end of the day, engagement matters even more. And she just doesn't have it like that. She thinks she does. Right. But that's why I said she's narcissistic, because she thinks she's too good and too beautiful that everybody is gonna flock to her. These can't be bots and trolls in my chat because I'm the Grabowski. I'm the introspecting life coach that knows everything, and people love me. They love me. So I know that this can't be trolls and bots, you know. Yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't. And that's the thing she doesn't understand. But I'm telling you guys, when she got all of those subscribers, that and that $500 super chat, that blew her head up so big. She thought she had made it. She thought she had made it, and she thought she was safe enough now to start beef with the people she never liked in the beginning, because now she got these 16,000 subscribers that she considered supporters that's gonna be behind her, and she got food. She got food. Yep, she did, Arlene. She thought she was smarter than everybody else. She absolutely did, because Nart got her subs off of a glitch on the virtual app. Yes, Leah. And she also, you can't deny the fact that Truth and Money Boy, the stakes, the Sipper Bill, and the State Gang, they took a lot of support over there too. That's just what happens when they start to support you and share you out and things like that. That's what happened. That was the beginning of her hype right there. The support that was coming from the True Sippers and the State Gang. That was her hype. Remember, it was all of us over in her chat. She had not gained those subscribers yet. All of that support was coming from the True Sippers and the State Gang. Bilkis, what you know about the beef sector? See, Bird, I don't even know about the beef sector. I got to catch up with everything going on here, because I didn't know anything about what was talked about today with the Money Boy stuff. I had not seen any of that. Bird, oh, I've been over there deep since the Madden and Kia days. I see you up in them chats too. But are you talking about T.S. Madison? Ain't her and Kia going at it again right now? I think I saw something about that. Bilquis, that's my home. If you want boring ass people, I can think of 2 off the top of my head. I'm just saying. Who gave? Oh wow, maybe because you need to live longer and have your fun later in life too. I don't know, Natasha, but I'm telling you, I'm like, God, why did you do this at my old age, you know? But I don't know who I thought I was either, to think I was going to go through life unscathed. So I had to face a lot of things too. I don't know who I thought I was, thinking that I just wasn't going to experience some of the things that everybody else experienced in life. And I think, you know, part of that was because my grandmother didn't allow it to happen. She always made sure she caught whatever was going on with me, or any type of money situation or anything like that. So I think that was the main reason why I didn't, because she always caught my back. So she never allowed that to happen, which I love my granny. I can't say I think she did a bad thing, but I just wish I had went through that stuff earlier in life. That's so good, sis, for real, to not have those bad habits. Right, but Natasha, I touched my first blunt at 25 and I touched my first cigarette at 33. I just didn't do that stuff younger. I always thought it was nasty. I thought it was unladylike and all of that stuff. But I don't look at weed that way anymore, because I have done a lot of research on that. But I do want to let go of the cigarettes. Cigarettes stink really bad. They age you a lot. They damage your skin. They damage your teeth. They do a lot, So I do want to stop those. And I hate I started those things so late. But I have a different perspective on weed now. And back then too, I was with a guy that he didn't like, no girl doing that kind of stuff too. So I didn't do it. Same, for real. Same, I get around, but that's home based, mostly in the clouds for me too. Cheryl is an actress and a bad one at that. She is very inauthentic and clownish. Yes, Bill Quiz, I see it for that. But see, Cheryl, that's what I realize, and I don't know what it is about those people that are pastors, or what do you call the women that do that, but they learn how to talk a very good game. They learn how to talk a very good game, and they fool people with that talk. But then when you sit back and just let them keep talking while you observe and just listen, you'll start to see the trip ups and the falls, and see, oh, this person is not as intelligent as they proclaim to be, or this person doesn't know as much as she proclaimed to know, or this person isn't who she says she actually is. But you have to give them time and allow them to keep going and to keep going, because they've learned to talk a good game. All those pastors, all those people in church, they've learned to talk a good game. And she was married to the pastor. I think the black guy was a pastor, and she was whatever they call the women. I know she was a first lady, but I think she used to preach sometimes too. I don't know, but they learned to talk a very good game. But when you just sit back and let them continue to talk, it'll all start to come out. And that's why I say, that's why I'll be giving a damn. People can say I cuss like a sailor up and down the. Yes, I do sometimes. But when it's time for me to be professional and speak the way I need to speak in a certain manner, I can do that as well. I know who I am. I know my intelligence level. I know everything about me. I know the good things about me. I know the bad things about me, because I have really done introspection. I have been a loner and by myself for a lot of years now. I haven't had time but to see myself. Okay. And I can't lie to myself. When I look in the mirror, I can lie to myself if I want to, but I'm only hurting myself. I had to get truthful with me in order for me to become that better person, or who I'm trying to be. I had to be truthful with me, but I know who I am. So even if I get on here and call somebody a million bitches and whores, like I said, if I go in front of somebody else, another group of people where I don't need to be speaking in that manner, they'll never know I speak in that manner. You see, but you, on the other hand, try to pretend like that's not in you, but you actually gutter too. You actually gutter too. And we can see it. We can see it. Bill Quiz, did you go by another name? Right, Bill Quiz, just fake. Yes, they're the main ones who say that white is right mess, but are the main three of the biggest losers in their own community. Yes, ma'am. And then did you guys see? I haven't seen everything. I be watching my girl entertainment you love sometime, and some guy has come out and put everything out here about Peaches, showed all the mug shots and everything, and she was just arrested not too long ago when she cut all her hair off before she had that last baby. He done came out here and put so much. I haven't seen it, but I see entertainment you love and a few other people talking about it. And that guy say he just got tired of her scamming and putting down black women. I heard when you Yo-Yo was playing it. He said he just got tired of her scamming and how she's always putting down black women all the time. And so he said he just got tired of it. I'm mostly in the clouds and only drop down frequently in certain chats, usually under the account and occasionally under my main one. Spaceship is one spot I drop down. Well, thank you, Bill Chris, because when I come on, you be supporting me, girl, and I really thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you for dropping in my chat. I appreciate everybody that graced my page with their presence. She really thought she had arrived when she married that white man. She been slamming black folks for a long time. Yes. The same with the other one over there. They say, I didn't know she was married, but they say she was married to a white man. I don't know if it was a boyfriend or if they married. I don't know, but the same. And I don't understand that. Like, I just don't understand how you think that's going to change all your problems. Honey, please, if it came down to it and they had to stand over there or over here, they going to leave your ass standing right there and they going to stand over there. I just don't understand. I really don't. But to each his own. Like I said, I don't like raw meat. I do not like raw meat, honey. I will stick with the chocolate cakes and all of that. Honey. Oh, okay, Bill, because do you say Bird, yes, cackling and watching. I've been watching and occasionally drop it down at the Space It's Pizza's first channel, always lit over there. You deserve it, Tracy. Thank you, Arlene. But now you guys, the same people that subscribe to me and help me get there, you guys deserve somebody that's going to be consistent in content as well. So I got slipping. She used us. Yes, she did, Truth. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. Hold on. So, guys, Arlene, I appreciate you guys just as much and just the way I deserve it. That 1,000 subscribers, you guys deserve somebody that's going to be consistent and bring you content too. So I got to get better with that. And I've been using a lot of my time to think, guys, and I'm really tired, of driving. I really am. I've been fighting in my mind what I'm going to do about that so I can focus on other things. So just hold on and be patient with me a minute. I'm trying to put everything in perspective of what I need to do and what I want to do and still make it make sense. But yes, true, she did. That's exactly what she did. And I started seeing it. At first, I thought the lady was genuine. When she came back and apologized and all of that, I thought she was actually genuine. But when I started seeing her jump up on the panel saying, oh, I just came up, I'm finna jump back down and this, I started realizing then that she was separating herself. That's when I saw it. I started realizing she was separating herself. She just didn't come in and do it like boom. She would come up and jump down, but I started seeing the separation. And then when she started talking about somebody erasing moderators or supporters or something, and then I saw it all hit the fan. But I knew, yes, she did. When she got all of those subscribers and that $500 cash app, Cheryl thought she had became the YouTube queen, and now I can let go of these people who I really don't like. I really don't like the way they do commentary. I just needed them to boost me up and to have a community around me while I do this Eat with Q to make me feel safe, you know. But now I got these 16,000 supporters over here that's gonna have my back. One of them already sent me $500. Oh, I'm in there. So I can let them go. You absolutely right, Trooper. It's okay. That's why you continuously stay blessed because of those things. And I've seen it happen too many times. Well, a few times since I've been here. And that's why you stay blessed. She absolutely did. And she just won't be honest with herself. But not only people over here saw that, because she's bad with the names, that's my boo. Other people see that too. Like, I just don't see, like, remember in the beginning, Cheryl, she was having, you know, a good support. You would see the same people over there. I don't see that anymore. I think a lot of people are starting to see through her, and then just continuously introspecting and outrospecting of everybody, and you are wrong. I think a lot of people getting tired of that. You right. She thought she had it made in the shade. She was all ready to quit her salon job because, yes, remember she was like, and YouTube wanted me here. Girl, YouTube want anybody here that damn start a channel. YouTube want anybody here that starts a channel, girl. YouTube has not picked you out of somebody and said, Cheryl, we want you here on YouTube. That's not what YouTube did. And then she likes to come on here and say, these people don't know how to use social media. They do not. I'm going to have to teach. Cheryl, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If they don't know how to use YouTube, but it's working for them thus far, I think they're good. I think you need to learn something else so it can work for you. You can't come, you didn't create social media. You didn't do that. So you really can't talk about what somebody know how to do. Hey, Keisha, thank you for coming over. Please hit that like button. I call them full of shit. Yes, she is. She really is. And she's the narcissist. That's the thing. So I'm not sure if she's learning to fight herself or what's going on, but she's the narcissist. And the way she handled that whole Nina situation, it makes her look grimy. It makes her look very, very grimy. To now sit over there talk about how the girl in a wheelchair, how she ugly, how she this, how she knew the girl was mentally ill, but because you knew that girl was getting a lump sum of money, you hung on to her. First of all, like she said, you used her to fight against money, boy, and truth. That's what you do. When you over there standing by yourself and you trying to fight against somebody, you start trying to grab other people, like you trying to grab Adrian now. You thought your video saying you can see Q done change was going to make Q come to you and probably y'all work it out or say something nice. No, girl, I don't think that will ever happen because you done too much damage when it came to Eat with Q. So you can forget that one. You can forget that one. You might be able to pull Adrian for, let me see, maybe a week. And the next thing she gonna do is be talking about your ass on the slide too, just like she did the other one. And he was too dumb to even recognize that. See, when you hate somebody so bad that you can't even see the people you trying to team up with is them shading your ass, that's pitiful. That's pitiful. And I can guarantee you, you might be able to pull Adrian for a week, maybe a week. Next thing you know, she gonna be like, I don't need no damn lady telling me what to do and how I need to do it or to fight these people. No, she gonna be on your ass too. I'm telling you, Cheryl can't self-critique because she can't stand herself, whether she wants to admit it or not. That's why she project onto other folks as if she's a psychologist. Yes, ma'am, Bill, because you be coming with some real shit. You be coming with some real shit, and it's the truth. That's why I say, like, how can you possibly? I have a college degree. So, of course, in college, one of my courses had to be psychology. You know that, right? So it's like you are not the only one that has been through analyzing shit. You just the only one keep coming on here bragging like you have mastered that shit and trying to throw yourself in front of everybody else's face. I'm not doing that. I observe from the background the different people I see or analyze or whatever. That's what I do. But you gotta know I have a bachelor's degree. So you know I've had to have taken psychology. I mean, come on, girl. It's like that's the kind of stuff just make me wonder, like, I don't know. It's like sometimes you can be so smart till you dumb. That's kind of what that is. You see, girl, I passed the Navy test all the way, everything. Then when my mom told me I was gonna have to, they was coming to get me the next day. And that's a hard ass test to pass. Very hard ass test. I failed the math portion the first time. I had to come back and take it. Very hard. Then when my mama told me, oh, you gonna have to jump in 30 deep water and use your pants as a flotation device, I called that man up. I said, sir, am I gonna have to jump in 30 feet water and use my pants, tie up my pants and stuff as a flotation device? When he said, yeah, I say, sir, y'all don't have to worry about coming to get me tomorrow. Don't worry about it. I'm not going in there because I know I'm not going to do that. I'm very intelligent. I'm smart. But I don't come out here throwing that in my face and in nobody's face. And you may not think that from what you see, what I do here on YouTube, but I can do a totally different thing too. And hopefully I have time to start putting all that stuff together. But you are not, I don't see you as intelligent. I don't. But I see you as a person that talks a great game. And you've learned that through that Bible thumping pastor stuff that you do. That's where you've learned that from. Because she needs to on the bed and never in the. I'm telling you, y'all in these symbols be getting me, honey. I remember when laughing out loud and all those things. I was like, what is this? I had to call my brother, like, brother, what is this stuff, this LOL and L? And so he the one had to tell me all that stuff. I'm telling you, I can't keep up with all this. Hey, what's up? And Leah, first time here, but hey, well, Keisha, thank you. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you consider coming back. Thank you. Thank you, Bill Quist. Thank you. And I love your support, girl. Thank you. You're welcome. Right. She's in too much denial to get in the right chair, though. Right. Because she thinks she knows it all. But that's why I say I think that's that narcissistic stuff in her. She is. She's wasn't that Cash App a mistake? Didn't she have to give it back? What she said was, Liv, she sent the money through Cash App and Nina just let it sit there. You know how, like, I know with me, when somebody send me money on Cash App, I go in and I press withdraw. Then when I press withdraw, I have to put my code in there, and then it goes to my bank account. But she said Nina just let the money sit there. But if I listening to everything that I've heard on it, I think Nina's phone number or something may have been changed, because I remembered, I don't know if Nina did it after Cheryl supposedly sent her the money, but I know at some point she changed her phone number on Cheryl. and Cheryl didn't have her phone number again. She dug up dead girl to help her fight. Right. And Nina also said, that's who I'm talking about, Nina. She also said she wanted her to help her fight Truth and Money Boy. She said that's when she started back doxing them because of Cheryl. That's what she said on her video the other day, and I listened to it. She said her and Cheryl talked about a lot of things behind the scene. They was always on the phone together for almost a year. That's what she said, for almost a year. And so I'm trying to think, like, it wouldn't have took me, it took you a whole year for you to be like, oh, I knew something was wrong with her. But you the lady that can sense everything. You can read people, you know people, you know all of this. And so you stayed talking to this person who you said had did the cat so bad that you felt so bad for the cat. You was praying for the cat. You didn't know what to do and all of this, and how she was smoking weed all the time, and she was in a wheelchair, and she was just crazy. But for a whole almost a year, you stayed connected to this person, and you were warned about this person. So that's how I can see how an intelligent lady such as you call yourself intertwine and stay there with that. I can't see how an intelligent lady such as you call yourself come over here and have the nerve to say Adrian is not a mean lady. Adrian is a very mean and disgusting lady. And what she said to that lady the other day ate me up. Go tell your mama to say hey to him. She the one had him. Now, this is just an autistic boy that the girl is asking Adrian to say hello to. What type of person says that to another person? Let alone how she has treated her mother on these YouTube streets. And I'm sure you saw that too. But I guess because you and your mother didn't get along, you didn't feel very much for her mother. My mother and I don't get along either. But guess what? I feel for her mother. You know why? Because I long for my mother. You see, I'm not one of those kind because I understand the trauma and all of that that my mother went through as a child, as a teenager, then having a child and all of that. Maybe I stopped a lot of her dreams and this, I don't know. But what I do know is my heart still yearns for her. And so that means my heart is going to feel for somebody else's mother, a daughter treating their mother like that, knowing one day that that lady is not going to be here. Knowing that even the thought of me, my mother leaving and we not connect, already right now that shit eats me up every day. Like I ask people, I talk to people and I ask people who have just cut their mother off and all that, like, how do you do that and not feel pain every day? I feel pain every day because I'm just like, if she leave here and we ain't made up, whether we made up and she leave here, I'm gonna be broken. So I feel that type of stuff when Adrian does her mother that way. Like I feel a way when she treats the cat that way. You know why? Because I'm empathetic for real and not just something that I'm trying to put out to make people think I'm this type of good person that can feel I do. I take everybody's pain and problem and it's on my shoulder. The world. Just the world, people that I don't even know, just the turmoil that the world is going to in today. It hurts me. It hurts me. So I don't understand how you can be so empathetic and all of this, but you can't see the dirt that she does to her mother. She's not a good person, regardless of what you're trying to make people think. Like, oh, Truth is over there badgering this good lady and this. Everything up that Adrian represents is bad and making black women, the same ones you talk about, making us look bad. Every negative stereotype that people have of black women is Adrian Slays. It's Adrian Slays, but you over there trying to, oh, she's being bullied. That lady done bullied so many people on these YouTube streets, and in her real life, it's crazy. Straight up, leave her alone. Damn the fuck. She must be doing something right. That's Keisha. What she's doing is she has garnered the support and the following and the loyal people that she can't seem to do. She can't seem to do. She's mad because Truth doesn't have to go out. Like, that's what I heard her say last night too, saying Truth needs to reflect on her own life, look at herself in this. We all know what Truth been through. And that's another thing. You know too. So you can't even have enough empathy. I took 9 years away from my life when I lost my grandmother. I took 9 years away from my life being depressed because that was my everything. I took away 9 years of my life. Can you imagine? Truth has lost two very important people in her life, not just people that she didn't see every day on a daily. She has lost two very close people almost back to back. Can you imagine the strength that a person has to get back up and get out here every day and perform a job? I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I stopped my complete life for 9 years. That's why I loved my cat so much. If it wasn't from her, I probably would have still been like that. I couldn't do it. That's why I can look into Truth and see the amount of strength that girl is carrying in her. I wouldn't even be through the first loss. I wouldn't even be through the first loss to get up and get out here and do a job for my supporters every day, much less a second one. That would have added more time on to me. But that girl is strong. That girl is strong. And just like everybody else on these YouTube streets have the right to come out on their platforms and speak about what they want to speak about, when they want to speak about it. She has that right too. She has that right too. And that's what she is mad about, because she thought it was going to be easy for her to go use these different people, get what she needed out of them, and then break away from them and continue to soar. And it didn't happen that way. And the person that she saw beneath her, that she probably was in her mind laughing about and giggling about, she ain't going nowhere, she gonna fall, she gonna this, she gonna, it didn't happen that way. It didn't happen that way. So that got her mad, because I haven't met, okay, Keisha, I haven't seen the type of support that Truth has. And I haven't been around to every sector. I have not. But I have not seen any content creator with that type of support. I just haven't. And I hope to one day have that kind of support as well, because that's that true lawyer support. I'm not finna pretend. I'm saying it here today. I hope to have that type of support as well, because that's that lawyer support. And that's what she wants. Leah, I try to say she living her life, and if you haven't been through, you can't understand her. I got a little understanding, no disrespect. Wait a minute, who you talking about? Hold on, let's see what Leah said. She dug up there, wasn't that? I don't see Leah. Oh, what, Keisha? I'm trying to say. Hopefully, you're talking about Truth, Keisha. That's who I thought. Yeah, hey, Truth. Yeah, yeah. Keisha, if it's on mute, how are you knowing what Tra-Luv is saying? No disrespect. I think she can still, even if she's on mute, can she hear me? But she doesn't believe what she's currently saying about Adrian because the commentary she did on Adrian previously talked about how she thought the girl is crazy. That's what she do though, Carla. That's why I say I don't think she know that people can see that you're just doing this now because of your hatred and jealousy for truth. So that's why I say either you are just as crazy and mixed up. You say this about a person one day and then you flip flop the next couple of days or a week, or I guess you change that quick. Like you said, eat what Q did, and I guess you're gonna say Adrian has too. So I guess you just change at the drop of a dime. Shit, I wish it was that easy for me. I wish it was that easy for me. You welcome, Truth. I be meaning everything I say when I say it. It ain't, you know, to please you or praise you, or it's the truth. I know what I went through under one. And like I said, I stopped my life for 9 years. I don't know how you do it. And I often think about that. I don't know how you do it. But I'm sure, you know, when you're behind scenes and closed, you know, to yourself, it gets you. But you got the type of strength. I don't know, Tra-Luv, but you got the type of strength where you can manage to still come out here and give your supporters but God. That's right. That's right. And that's why I say I don't understand how she can't empathize, even though I know you don't want it. But I'm saying, as a person who's supposed to be of her caliber, how can she empathize with people like Adrian that has done so much devious stuff, not only to strangers but to her own mother? Adrian just put out these people tag numbers. She just ride behind people, take pictures of their tag numbers, and post them on social media because she's so paranoid that somebody is after her. How do you think those people would feel? She is violating those people personal. When you pull up somebody's tag number, you can get their address, their name, and everything about them. What do you have to say about her doing that? Invading people's personal life. Now, if it's a crazy person and they're over where she lives, they can pull up these people's shit and get all the information they need on these people and go do whatever they would like to do. But what you got to say about that? Believe me, I have my moments. I know, Truth. I know I still have mine, girl. Think about my grandma. That's why I say you strong. When I say I'm on mute, that just means I'm listening and not leaning. I come with respect. Well, Keisha, I would hope so. So far, I haven't seen any disrespect, but again, I'm not watching. Liz, one of my moderators, so she probably see a little more than I do. But I know you said this was your first time over here, and I welcome you here, and I thank you for being here. And yeah, that's all I can say. Hopefully, you are, you know, come with respect or whatever. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. A person that's supposed to be like her. Okay, let me say I'm gonna be quiet and listen. It's okay, Keisha. It's okay. Join in. I like it. Join in. It's okay. You're good, Keisha. Please understand. Yes, Keisha. And Leah is like one of my #1 supporters. And I really appreciate her. Like I say, she see a lot more than I do because I'm just running my mouth. And I try to keep up with the chat, but I don't all the time. But yeah, you're more than welcome here. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. And hopefully, I don't know if this is your first time, you know, just coming around period or whatever, but hopefully you are here to come back and you know, continue to support. I welcome that and I thank you for that. But yeah, guys, it's just crazy, like how she don't see that everybody else can see what's going on with her, and it has nothing to do. And then I'm gonna go and wrap it up. I don't know if Money Boy is on still on his live, but I'm gonna go and wrap it up so we can go over. You're welcome, Keisha. Thank you. But yeah, I just don't see how she can't see that she's not the only one that knows how to introspect and outrospect. She's not the only one that knows how to read energy. She's not the only one that can see through people. You see, it takes a very special person to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what, you this, you this, you this. I do it all the time, so I don't be fooled by myself. I do it all the time. And the reason I do that is because I have to know out loud what those things are so I can start to correct those things. So I tell myself the good and the bad about myself. I do not look in the mirror and be like, oh, you are beautiful. You are this. I mean, I do say that too, but I don't just tell myself the great things. I tell myself the bad things about me. That's what a good person will do, and we all have some bad things about us, but she gets on here and try to pretend she's so much better than everybody else, and what somebody else is doing is worse than what she's doing. Yes, Tracy, you sure know how to treat folks. We love you. Thank you. And I love y'all too. Arlene, let me tell you, I do. I have a big heart. I'm telling you, I do. And I love people. I really do, especially my people. I'm pro-Black. I'm not prejudiced against anybody, but I'm pro-Black. And I love my people too, because I understand our struggles. I understand a lot of why we are the way we are. I understand that everybody is not going to get to the same point at the same time, and it's not meant for everybody to do that. We all have our own journey. I understand all of these things. You know, I understand, and that's why I say, I don't know, I hate even coming across certain things or certain people coming to me, because even when they walk away, I've taken their pain and stuff now, and now I'm walking around with it and mine, and I'm just feeling so low. It's like, I'm telling you, even the things going on in the world and the things I see getting ready to happen, and it already had me down, you know, because I just love humanity and I love animals, just all of that. But I don't come out here every day pushing that into people's face, because the people that's around me and the people that will get the opportunity to be around me, they will see and know those things about me just by my actions and the way I am, not by telling somebody who I am and turning out to be the opposite, you see. And so I think and that's why I say she's so narcissistic that she can't see that people can see through her. Thank you, Leah girl. I be soaking up all y'all love. Thank you. That she's so narcissistic that she can't see that other people can see through all of that too. You know, I'm not so even sure that your radar is working good. But even if it is, you're not the only one that God gave that gift to. Women naturally have a high intuition. Women naturally can feel things that's not right. That's naturally what we have in us. So most of us can feel certain things and see certain things. You know, some people have it on a higher level, but most of us are there. And then even the way, and I'm not going to focus too much on it. I wish I had thought about this earlier, but even the way she got on Silas too, you know, it just wasn't right. Everybody allow you, nobody from over on this side come over and bother you about your commentary. Nobody. And it's just not right. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and talk about that because I hear a lot of times she's always in her chat talking about truth hurts and Money Boy be talking about her, and it's a lie. For the new people that don't know, it is an absolute lie. And I'm not just saying that because this is where I be. I'm telling you that because that's the truth. Ever since that fallout, they basically, Trey did some videos about her back and forth after the fallout, but Truth was never doing that. And then they both got quiet, completely quiet, and wasn't saying anything about this lady. But on the other hand, she never mentioned, I mean, she continued to talk about them. And then people would come back and just let them know. And on top of that, she did the worst type of bullying to Eat with Q. The worst. And Q called her personally and asked her please not to bring out those things. And she did. And she did. And that wasn't, I don't even know if that's been a year ago. I don't keep up with the timing like that. But it has not been long ago now where that mental and emotional things that went on would leave Eat with Q so fast. You see, but she talks about how tough Adrian's skin is. And Adrian is really not tough. A lot of that shit bothers Adrian too. And if you knew how to introspect very well, you would know that. That's why Adrian do the shit she do. All the giggling and laughing and that way in your face and boom, look at this, look at that. That's her defense mechanism. That's her defense mechanism. But she cares too. Her skin isn't as tough as, that's the way she put on a show to make us think it doesn't hurt. But Adrian know who she is as well. But I just wanted to come on and talk about that because she just sit up and blatantly lie. She does it with a straight face and like, nothing. That's another reason. And I know she talks down on the Bible, God, and all of that. But I believe in God. I don't think I'm just so magnificent and whatever that I created myself. I believe in God. But that's probably why it's easy for her to just sit there and tell those fibs and lies and not know that she's using somebody or things like that because she don't, but she think that, everybody see her as this great. That's what she says, she's respected on these YouTube streets. I'm not sure by who. Thank you, Leah. I really enjoyed this live too. I actually think I don't know, for some reason I feel like this was like one of my best lives. I really do. But yeah, I don't know. See, Leah, you done made me forget my train of thought, girl. But yeah, so I just wanted to come on and just talk about that because it just started really getting to me that she could just sit up there like that and just oh yeah, that's what I was saying, and not understand that she's using people and not admitting that to herself or whatever, and she says she's so respected on these YouTube streets. I'm not sure by who because I don't respect her. Thank you, Truth, and you're more than welcome, girl. And thank you. I don't know if you heard, but I got my last 6 subscribers. So now I'm at my 1,000 subscriber mark. When I was telling them, I don't know if you was in here when I was telling them, when I did that video on Adrian, I needed 37 more subscribers. And after you played my video on your channel that day, I gained 30 of them then. And then today I gained the other 7. So girl, thank you. Finally hit my 1,000, girl. It took me 3 years to get there, but I was inconsistent too. But thank you. All your live streams are the best, Tra-Luv. Leah, girl, I just love you. Thank you. I just love you so much. But this one right here, I feel like I really like this one. All your lives be good and worth the wait. Thank you, Arlene. Oh, yeah, I've been here the whole time. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. Thank you, True. Thank you. And Arlene, thank you. But maybe it's because I hit my 1,000 subscribers. I felt excited on this one today. And I really feel like, I mean, I could have talked a little more, but on this one, I also feel like I hit my points because I would have been forgetting some things, but Bilquis was coming in, saying some things um, that I would have forgot had she not came in and said nothing. So a few people were stepping up saying some things that I wanted to say but had forgotten a little. So I'm glad those people came in and said everything. So I feel like I hit my points on this one, even though I could have kept talking, but came back just in time to say great live, good night, and congrats on your milestone. Thank you, Bill Quist. Thank you, girl. And thank you for always coming to support me when I do go live. Thank you. But guys, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go because you know, I'm finna get ready to get myself together too and go to bed because I have to get up early in the morning. But I guess Trey's still live too. So everybody go over and watch Trey and I'll watch too. But congratulations. Thank you, Simply Ramona. Thank you. Love you too, Bill Quist. I love you, Leah. Love you, Arlene. Love you, Truth. Who else is still in here? Um, Whoever else is still in here. I love all you guys because all of you guys helped me get where I am. And please remember to hit the thumbs up button, guys. And so I'm gonna go ahead and let us go. And guys, you know what I'm gonna stop doing? Enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. You too, Bill Quist. I'm gonna stop saying what I'm gonna do. But I'll see you guys. I'm sub to your channel. Thank you, Simply Ramon. I really appreciate that. Oh, Renee, thank you, Renee. Love you too. Thank you. But I can tell you this, guys, it's not gonna be a long time. I have taken a few months now and really concentrated and thought about what I need to do. So I can tell you it won't be a long time before I be back. But I don't, hey Bell College, but I don't, and K-Shell, I love all you guys. Thank you guys for being here and staying here. You're welcome, Leah, and thank you. But it will not be long. But I don't want to say tomorrow and then I don't come tomorrow. But when I'm gonna come, I will post it in the morning so you guys can know. But it will not be long. I just don't want to say whether it's tomorrow or the next day, but it could be, okay? So anyway, guys, thank you guys for coming over to listen. And guys, please share the live if you have channels. If not, just hit that thumbs up button for me. And thank you. And see you guys on the next live. Bye.